Hey!
Listen to me, you whining little whelp.
From the Gettysburg Tour Studio.
Hi, this is Bo Brinkman.
All the DJs say this one's on its way. Number 1.
You think I have something down with science?
Shut up!
You're listening to From Studio 1A.
The popular podcast addressing Gettysburg.
Yes, sir.
Grabbed and pulled and hurt my neck.
Addressing Gettysburg today.
There's no time. Hello, exactly. Why? Whatever do you mean?
Oh, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. It's me, Veronica. Veronica, what are you doing? Oh, stop giggling. Just answer me, Veronica. What's so funny? What are you laughing at, Ronnie? Just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. Ronnie is absent. Okay, stop laughing, Ronnie. She's absent today. Filling in for Veronica is the one and only 6 questions last. A lot of people saying, wow.
Yeah.
What's that, Eric?
Oh, I said, wow. Yeah, they let him in the room? All right.
They let him near the microphone?
Oh,
but yes.
Come on. You're always lurking in here somewhere.
You actually worked in radio, though, didn't you?
Yes, I certainly did.
Yeah. So you're the actual professional here.
Kind of, yeah.
Were you on air?
Yes, I was. I was the overnight host for
Really?
The Range Legendary Country 97.5, 105.7 in Western Colorado.
Wow. Would you do like romantic request and dedication stuff like Delilah?
No.
Oh, man, I forgot about Delilah.
Look. Okay, look.
Takes me back to middle school.
This is Conway Twitty, Dolly Parton, Donna Fargo stuff.
So more like, so it would be like, and now going out to Cyril, here is Conway Twitty with I Kissed My Honey with My Fist, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, this is going out to Cyril in Montrose, Colorado. I kissed my honey with my fist.
Listen to him go.
I know, he's pretty good. He's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
you better watch out or you're going to get replaced.
I know. You want the job? You can have it. I'm going to bed. Hey, speaking of going to bed, we didn't go to bed last night. None of us.
Yeah, good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you, Mike. Eric, myself, Mike, 6 Questions Lentz, and Owen The Clapper. There he is. We went to the Seminary Ridge Museum. They had a 24-hour thing. It's still going on. Oh, no, actually, it just ended.
6 minutes ago.
6 minutes ago, it just ended. But it was open 24 hours. We watched the movie Gettysburg from there.
And heckled it mercilessly.
We heckled it so bad.
That was beautiful.
It was so fun because it happened to be just us. I thought it was just going to be me and Eric. I didn't know you were going to be there, and I didn't expect that you were going to stay.
It was the 4 of us, and then Brandon Benner showed up.
Right.
And then Brendan Harris was there.
No, that's right.
And that was, the 6 of us watched that movie.
And it was great.
All
it was,
damn night.
Yeah, it was all like addressing Gettysburg people, which was cool. So we there was like, we didn't feel guilty about sitting there mocking the movie and ruining the experience for someone because we had all seen it already.
Oh, yeah. Mystery Science Theater 3000 style.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
And for those of you who are lucky enough to be sleeping between midnight and 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can go on our Facebook page after this show is over and find the live streams that we did. We discovered something, and this is Brendan Benner's...
Brandon Benner.
Brandon, sorry, Brandon. BT. I'm going to call him BT. But this is his thing. So I got to give him credit for this. And it was freaking hilarious and brilliant. So he noticed and pointed out to us that Joshua Chamberlain is the only person who really talks to or even acknowledges Buster Kilrain. And so, like, he's his imaginary friend. It's his snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
And so what we did was, like, every time Buster would appear on the screen, we'd put our hands up to block him out of our view. Again, you can go to see the live streams we did last night where I would do this in front of the camera. And it's amazing because everybody else in the shot isn't really acknowledging Buster.
Nobody even, like... it's like he doesn't exist at all except to Jeff Daniels.
And even when
right up until the end.
Exactly.
Like right up until he's bleeding to death on the side of the hill. Nobody even like looks at the dude.
And so the theory there is that Tom is really getting sick of Josh's imaginary friend. So Tom enlists the help of these sergeants and says, listen, let's pretend that this is a great opportunity. Let's pretend that Buster's shot in the bloody armpit and we'll take him off to the hospital, and then later on I'll just tell Lawrence that he's dead. And then that's the scene right before the cannonade begins.
The unfortunate part is now we're going to have to watch Gods and Generals. Like, as much as I don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
Just to see if anybody acknowledges his existence.
That's a good point.
Movie.
That's a good point.
Oh, no.
Veronica thinks it's funny. But now, we're going to have to sit through that movie. Because I'll bet you, you know what? There's that one point where, before Fredericksburg, where he's like, Hail Caesar. We were about to die, salute you.
Oh, my
and
God.
And no one,
not
even Chamberlain is listening to him. He's just this rambling old, crazy, drunken Mick, rambling on about Caesar and everything and crossing the Rubicon. And it's just like, shut up, man. We're about to die. And sleep out for 2 nights. So we had a lot of fun, though. I was getting cranky in the last hour, but
I'm really
forgive
surprised
me.
that Rob Williams and Pete Mealy didn't throw us out in the middle of the night.
Well, we were the only ones there in the middle of the night.
I mean, that's fair, but the guy would have kicked me out.
No, they said they were cracking up sitting below us because they were the floor below us where we were watching the movie, and they were cracking up just listening to us through the floor. Then we started to watch Young Frankenstein after that.
Yeah,
Frankenstein. And
Frankenstein.
But then we went up to the.
I was like the first.
Cupola.
Yeah, you guys went up to the Cupola, and I think we only ended up watching like maybe the first 15 minutes of that
at the
movie.
most.
Yeah.
But that was
which
great.
I was fine with because I watched that movie last week.
Yeah.
With Katie, it was the first time she had ever seen it.
It's a great movie, but
and
you
Pete
can't
put it
keep
on. I was
watching
like, oh man. I mean, okay, I'll bite, but I'd rather watch something else.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's not my TV.
Right, exactly. But no, that's cool too. We went up to the Cupola. I went up. Were you with me both times?
No, I went up with you at midnight.
At midnight, and then another time around 4:30 or whatever.
I tried to catch up with you guys, but you were already up into the attic, and I was hell with this, and I went back downstairs and smoked instead.
Well, yeah, because you need that key card to get in there.
Card to get up.
But that's an experience being up there at night, trying to figure out what the lights are that you're looking at in any direction. That was pretty cool.
Oh, by the way, that neon light out near South Mountain. What is that?
Wait, neon light out near South
that
Mountain?
red neon light at the base of South Mountain towards the west?
The winery. That's the winery.
The winery?
Yeah, it's keeps the blueberries for the wine.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Ah.
Well,
That for 2 years.
So it's a light that keeps the blueberries warm?
Yeah. It's like
because of the frost.
That's
Yes. Okay.
like a greenhouse or.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ah. Okay.
It
That's
looks,
interesting.
It looks like a neon. Looks really bright.
Yeah.
From out here, but when you get up there, it's like a dull pink.
Was it? Yeah. Okay. Well, was it out Cashtown way or
it was
Fairfield way?
out towards Cashtown.
Okay, I know what you're talking about because earlier Rob was like, "What is that?" Or maybe it was Pete. I forget who it was, but somebody was like, "What is that?" And it looks like a line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If you drive out to Adams County Winery, it's right behind there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good
See,
to
I
know.
never
That's-
even noticed that last
That's
night.
Yeah.
good to know. Yeah, it was guessing lights. That was the fun part.
That was the fun part. Because it throws you off because you can't see, especially looking west, you can't see the land. So it's just this pitch
You
blackness.
can see like a vague outline
Of the mountains.
of the bulk of the mountain.
Yeah.
But like you can't make
but
out
prior to that,
anything.
it's just all black.
Yeah.
So that throws you off because you don't have any landmarks that you can go off of to say, well, okay, well this is near a tree line or whatever, so that's got to be the Her Tavern or whatever.
Yeah.
You couldn't see the tree lines, so all you're seeing are lights. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Very interesting.
It was a great time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had fun. So, the light the not light the night. What's it called? Giving spree is over. Sorry.
Light the night.
It's going to be an interesting show,
That's what we're
folks.
gonna call it from now on.
Is he smoking something?
No, you
Nobody-
should have seen him though. Like at sunrise this morning, he was like slurring his speech.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was in bad shape.
It was like I was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the human embodiment of when your phone gets down to 1%. That was him.
In fact, my phone was down to 1% by the time I left. So it was perfect. My phone battery was depleting as I was depleting, which was really perfect timing and everything. But anyway, we had a lot of fun. If you ever get a chance when you're in town, we've said this before, but I really want to stress it now, especially is the Seminary Ridge Museum is probably my favorite museum in town, and I think it is the best one around that you can go to. My favorite floor is the medical floor, the third floor.
I
No,
like
Mike?
the fourth floor.
I mean,
You like
the
the-
fourth.
Eric
I'm with
likes the
Eric.
fourth.
I'm with Eric on this.
The
The
day
fourth
one.
floor, especially the tipped-in panorama.
Yes, that's cool.
fantastic.
I like to see the stuff, right? And
Yes.
they've got some nice artifacts up on the fourth floor that I like to look at.
They do have a lot of great artifacts up there, but the reason I like the medical floor is because I just can't imagine that, and I can't imagine that anybody survived it. And you know that like the knee joint with the bullet in it, and that other bullet that went through the guy's jaw, it still has his beard hair in it.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
cool stuff. It's very real to
It's
me.
horrifying.
And it's
Yeah,
horrifying, right? Because then in the other room, there's a picture of the guy with no jaw.
Yeah.
Which is just awful.
Is that the same guy?
I think it is. I meant to ask Pete that.
I don't know because it said it was the 4th New York State Militia was that soldier in the
Yeah.
picture.
Oh, okay.
And so no, but
Right, because these are from the 151st PA, right?
yeah.
Okay, so this is another
Yeah.
guy who got shot in the
Yeah,
jaw.
yeah.
And that's my big fear. When the next war hits and I'm in it, I'm going to get shot in the jaw. That's what I'm afraid of, the jaw.
Well, there was that dude. I think he's an Illinois veteran. He got shot right in the middle of the forehead.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
had that hole in the middle of his head for the rest of
Yes,
his life.
yes.
But like at some point around 1880, like part of the bullet just dropped out of the hole. It just like fell out.
That's crazy.
And I can't imagine. I mean, the wounded there from the first day, being there for 2 days
Yeah.
without treatment. Some of them are placed in the basement because they're, there's still battle going on around the area, so they want to be in cover. And the rain happens on July 3rd into 4th, and it's full of water. So it's the description is they're almost swimming down there.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
That is.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, good job with that, Mike. No, you're right. It is awful. It's horrifying. It's like a horror movie. It's just to really like read about that stuff and imagine that. And just like no matter where you're hit, you got to wait for days. You're just in that pain, and then you're hungry. Probably hungry. Got to go to the bathroom. Thirsty. It sounds like a nightmare. That's why you got to go check it out because it's a lot of it's a lot of fun.
It's a nightmare. That's a lot of fun, everybody.
Yeah, it really is great though. They do a great job over there. Cody Aish, he's been on the show many times. He works there, and you might get to shake his hand, maybe get an autograph. And Pete Mealy, who was on the show last week, also works there. A lot of fun. Go ahead and do it. So we're basically going to take it easy today. Since Veronica's out, there's going to be no news, so it's going to be a shorter show. We'd love to hear from you guys. The phone number is 717-420-1978. Call in, just talk about whatever. Open Line Friday. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You call in, talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about something we've spoken about on the last several episodes. That's great. A lot of people have sent emails and other types of text messages in about Cameron's return a week or two ago and the whole controversy. Did he curse? All that stuff. If you want to call in and further add your theories to that, go ahead and do that. But Eric, why don't we take our first break now? We'll get right into that. And then we'll come back shortly and we'll talk with some of the people who are in the room here and see what is going on with them. So that's the plan, and I'm sticking to it, and that's it. We will take a break. We'll be right back. Dressed to Gettysburg today with 6 questions lens sitting in as Veronica's replacement.
Okay.
Now would be a good time to get up and stretch. Blood clots are deadly. We'll be back.
The season is finally here. 2021 is going to be a great year, and we know that you're going to come down to Gettysburg. And when you do come down to Gettysburg, you got to take a tour with Getty's Bike Tours. Getty's Bike Tours has been in business since 2005. It is the best way to see the battlefield. Why? Because you don't just see the battlefield, you experience the battlefield. Our tours are led by some of the finest licensed battlefield guides out there, and they make sure that you walk away with a full understanding of what happened here on those 3 days in 1863. Here's the best part. Because you're an Addressing Gettysburg listener, you're going to get 15% off when you make your reservation. Now, this discount only applies to tours, so go to gettysbike.com or call 717-752-7752 and book a tour today. There's no better way to see the town you're visiting than to eat your way through it. And there's no better way to eat your way through this town than with Savor Gettysburg food tours. Enjoy a culinary and cultural experience through historic downtown Gettysburg, one delicious bite at a time. Their season runs from April through November with the special Christmas Tastes and Traditions walking food tour during the month of December. So go to SavorGettysburgFoodTours.com and enter promo code AG2021 to receive $5 off your tour. Eat, walk, get a taste of history with Savor Gettysburg. Have you noticed our revamped website at addressinggettysburg.com? Well, that's the fine work of a man named Mike Stretch, and he also redid our logo for us. Both of them I originally designed, and both of them were originally horrible, but now they're nice, and that's all thanks to Mike. And Mike has an awesome t-shirt company called Heritage Depot. There you'll find great designs based on Gettysburg and the Civil War with t-shirts and other types of merchandise. So go to heritage-depot.com and spruce up your Getty's Nerd wardrobe. That's heritage-depot.com. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used. And online, they have even more to choose from. And if the Civil War isn't your thing, that's not a problem. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books. It's astounding how many thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more they have in their store. And that's because, well, they have a warehouse too. And that's where they keep all the books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs. And if you prefer to stop by when you're in town, well, you could do that too. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com or stop by 42 York Street, or you can call them at 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207. Gettysburg, A Nation Divided mobile app is relaunching this summer. Gettysburg, A Nation Divided is an award-winning mixed reality mobile application using augmented reality technology. It transports users into the most crucial moments in the Battle of Gettysburg, the turning point of the Civil War. Users can listen and watch historic figures share their stories as lifelike animated avatars, traverse 360-degree image sequences of the battlefield. Its cinematic battle sequences are narrated by actor Scott Eastwood. The mobile app is available for free on iOS and Android. It's designed to be used anywhere, at home, at school, at the park, or at Gettysburg National Military Park. It uses GPS to help guide you through your journey to see the stories and events unfold at the exact location where they occurred. So go into your phone's app store and get it now for free. That's Gettysburg, a nation divided.
Was that a ghost? Nah, ghosts aren't real. You're back with Addressing Gettysburg Today. Now here's Matt.
Thank you, Huevos Grande. So, yes, that is true. Ghosts are not real. Also, for those of you who are listeners of the podcast itself, Monday we have Louis Trott doing an Ask a Guide about the wheat field.
The wheat field.
And then I forget what I put up on Patreon.
I think that's our first time revisiting a topic, too.
Yes. Which is okay, as long as we have different guides on each one. What just flew out of my mouth? Oh, a piece of apple, probably. Yes, what?
It's the 154th New York Costers Brigade. That was Mark Dunkelman.
That was this
a
past
Patreon.
Monday.
This last Monday.
Yes, that's right. That was this past Monday, and I forget what is coming out this coming up Monday.
Carmichael?
Who did we have? No, it wasn't Carmichael. It was, who do we have?
Well, did Kent Masterson Brown come out already?
Yeah, that came out already.
Okay, so.
Where am I? That's what. Who did we have on?
I don't know where I am.
I think it's Randy Dreas. Might be Randy
There's
Dreas.
Randy Dreas, and then also Zach Fry.
Zach Fry.
And I don't remember.
Well, I put something. Oh, you know what I could do? I can just look right here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a long 36 hours.
Yeah, it has. It has. It's been a long life, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. Posts, and this is scheduled. And, okay. That's, of course. Tom McMillan, Wesley Culp.
Oh, yeah.
Gettysburg's most famous rebel. That's what we're talking about on
cool.
that one, Tom. I knew it was something from before.
That's fair.
Okay, so sitting in the studio with us, ladies and gentlemen, you might recall that we were on the Today Show back in January, I believe it was, but it was filmed back in October of last year, so a little over a year ago. And it was made possible by the kindness, the greatness, and the wonderfulness of a woman who we don't really know. But she is so enamored with the work that we've done from all the way down in Miami, Florida. She pulled some strings and she got us on the Today Show. She is here today with us. You've heard us thank her before on the air, but now you get to meet her. And maybe you should call in 717-420-1978 and thank her for us. But her name is Dina Allende.
Bravo. Bravo.
Wow, what an introduction.
Bienvenidos.
Yes,
Let's do a little in Spanish
all
now.
Worth the 2 flights I took to get here.
I know. You took 2 to get up here from Florida?
I sure did.
Why?
Because I had to fly into Philadelphia, and then from Philadelphia I had to get a puddle jumper to Harrisburg.
Oh, you came in that way.
That's the way you told me to take.
Well, I said that was one way you could do it. I
Well,
said
that's the
another one was BWI.
Oh, no.
BWI sucks.
No.
BWI is very easy to get to.
I can't stand BWI.
Really?
I on a list of like the worst airports on the face of the planet, Chicago O'Hare is at the top of that.
Right.
BWI is a fairly close second.
Really?
And then Washington Dulles. I can't stand Dulles.
How do you really feel about it?
I haven't been. Newark isn't that great. I don't like Newark.
I've never flown through Newark.
Because when you come out of Newark, you make the wrong turn, and it's very easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
You can get murdered. So, like, it goes right, it lets you off into a really bad neighborhood. Or at least it used to. I haven't done it in years, so maybe that's changed. But that's why I haven't done it in years. If someone I know is coming into Newark, I said, good luck, get a Hertz or something, because I'm not picking you up. But I'm also a wimp. So anyway, Dina, you decided to do... Why did you get the idea to put us on the Today Show? Where did that come from?
Oh, boy. That's a loaded question.
Sorry.
Well,
the lapse in judgment.
Well, first and foremost, hola, because that's the way you and I always say hello to each other. Hola, Matt.
¿Cómo se dice?
Yeah.
No. Come se va?
Are we in Italy now?
Oh, is that Italian? Como che si dice?
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, what? I mean, I'm a huge fan of yours, and
thank you.
During
and when you say yours, you mean the whole collective here, not just me.
Mostly you, but yes.
Naturally.
Yes,
Thank you.
of course. And then there's Eric, the producer.
Yeah, Eric, the producer, big part of it, yes.
Yeah, so, and I've gotten to know, Donnie, and
Donald.
Yeah, and
from
Karen,
American Civil War IG.
And Veronica, and everybody.
Right.
So I feel like I am part of the collective as well.
Sure, and you are. Why? But where did the idea of the Today Show itself come in?
Well, you and I had dinner the last time I was in town.
Yes.
And
I won't take you there ever again because you didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
It's McDonald's.
No. But I knew that I wanted to somehow get you some kind of coverage.
You did say that to me when you were leaving. I guess it was the last time we were going to see each other for that weekend. You said, you're like, I am a publicist, right? And I said, yeah. And you're like, well, I'm going to get you on the news or something.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, yeah, whatever. Because, people promise you things all the time.
Right.
I won't cheat on you, things like that. And then they do it. And so.
Gee, sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, many times over. I keep falling for thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, as we were leaving,
Yes.
And that nasty food was really settling.
Well, I got to tell you, I was there a couple of weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
I don't have the problem with the food until this time. I ordered a salad, and I ordered it with steak. And as soon as they put it in front of me, it smelled like someone opened a coffin.
Oh no!
And
is this
so,
somewhere that I've been?
Yes, we've all been there, and this is why I'm shying away for a while. And I said to everybody at the table with me, I go, does this meat smell dead to you? I mean, obviously it's dead because I'm eating it, but I mean like rotten dead, And so I put it in front of Veronica and her mom, Kathy, and they took a whiff and they go, oh. And then my friend Pete was sitting next to me, and he's like, I smelled it as soon as he put it, because he had to go across Pete's face to put it in front of me.
Oh, bummer.
And that even ruined Pete's experience with his meal, even though his was fine. He was just like,
I hope you didn't eat it.
No, I sent it to the waiter. I said, hey, smell this. He goes, poof. And I go, yeah. Are you trying to kill me?
Right.
And so he's like, well, what can I get you? And I said,
Nothing.
What can you get me? Nothing. Whiskey, please. And then, that was it. I ate when I got home. No, I ordered wings. Because I figure, if you're going to mess up wings, you got a big problem.
Oh, I think I know where you're talking about. Okay. Gotcha.
So yeah, I told you that night. I said I'm going to do something for you.
Yeah. And almost a year later, you did. I mean, right. you're like, hey, I'm going to get you on the Today Show. And I go,
yeah. I hope it's okay. I said,
I hope that's okay. I said, no, can we start with something smaller?
I think you didn't believe me, perhaps. And I said, listen, I guess I should have asked you beforehand, but I went ahead and pitched it and booked it.
Yeah. I was... Oh no, you didn't need to ask beforehand. No.
Well,
I just knew, what national television versus. When you said I'm going to get you on the news, I thought you were thinking like a Harrisburg station, not national NBC. That's that was great. So whatever. So yeah. So we got on there, and then that was all because of you.
And then you weren't too sure about being on the Today Show.
Well, it wasn't our audience. Per se, but then you said to me, how many offers to get on national television do you have right now? And I said one, and then you're like, well, then take it, and then do, see where it goes.
Get on the Today Show.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. Get on the Today Show. That's what you said.
Right. Now, obviously, it wasn't, there was a whole theme with the story.
Yeah, they had their own agenda that they tried to fit us into. Right. We shot a lot of stuff.
No, but we did fit.
Well, we did, but I mean, it wasn't like that was the purpose of what Addressing Gettysburg is.
In your mind. But.
Oh, interesting.
In your mind.
Okay.
But speaking from a person who has now made connections.
Right.
And has learned about, the history. I can say that, and obviously it was during a time when everybody was going through a very difficult time. We were all quarantined. It was the beginning of the pandemic. People were getting depressed. And you guys were my connection to the outside world, ironically.
That's terrible for you.
And no. I feel like I have now made lifelong friends.
And also, for our patrons, you might remember we had an episode a few months back about male depression and anxiety or something like that. And the therapist that we had on was her niece, Michelle. So we got Michelle through that and everything. And people really liked that episode with her. And people who aren't patrons are probably like, what the hell are you doing talking about depression and anxiety on a Civil War show? But, that's the thing in Patreon. We get a little bit more personal and a little bit more real. And that ends up making it so that I hear from people. And something that comes off is it's just like a little comment, like, oh, yeah, I got bad anxiety on a show about, well, Craig, when your show was on, we talked a little bit about that. And I heard from people afterwards, it was, good to hear you guys talking about that because I thought I was the only one that had that problem. And then we had Donnie on, and Donnie and I talked about it. And then more people said, oh, I thought I was the only one that had. So that's where I got the idea to have Michelle on. Or someone like Michelle.
For whatever reason, men are afraid to say that they...
We're not allowed to. Because we're not... That means we're not tough.
Oh, God forbid.
Yeah. Yeah, God forbid we bleed if you cut us. Yeah. So that's
I'm glad that you had Michelle here. I think she was a little intimidated by you, to be honest.
Well, I was talking to a big star.
But, of course. I mean,
Why was she intimidated by me? I was very nice to her.
She's never done anything like this.
Oh, well, she's just intimidated by the situation. Yeah, not me.
Yeah, but she has pulled people off the ledge.
Really?
So to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Baker acted them, but still.
And then what?
Baker acted them.
What is that?
Oh, in Florida, Baker
where you have to report them.
You have to report them.
Wow.
If they are,
the Tammy Faye Baker Act.
Yeah. No,
Jim Baker.
No.
Okay.
It's I don't know the foundation of it, but basically, if you say you're going to commit suicide or you're going to try to commit suicide, you get Baker Act.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Yeah. I mean, you should. Someone should intercede at that point. So yeah. Was the person mad at her for doing that?
No. She saved that person's life.
Yeah, so she'd be happy. Or he or she would be happy. Right. But at first he was probably disappointed, like, oh, shit. He's like, so close. Well, yeah, so that's great that you came up here. This is your second time up here now.
Yes. Is it my second or third?
Well, it's the second I'm aware of.
Oh, okay.
It was the time that we were just talking about 2 years ago.
Right. Okay, so this is the second time, right?
Yeah.
And I was going to come for your last Get Out of the Car tour.
June. No, October.
The last one, mid-October. And then, unfortunately, something happened, and I had to cancel the whole trip.
Right.
And then I was just itching to come back. I wanted to be here. I wanted to see the leaves changing. I wanted to see all the areas that I hadn't seen, like Seminary Ridge.
Right. Well, you'll have to get out there.
Yeah. Didn't see that. There are a number of... I've never been to the Dobbin House.
We didn't go to the Dobbin House?
Nope.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
We didn't go downstairs.
No, we didn't go. I wasn't with you.
Well, we'll have to go there tonight then. Yeah.
So, yeah.
You'll have to carry me, but I'm too tired to walk.
So there are a lot of things that and I wanted to see the leaves changing and...
well, it's not a very good leaf changing season this year.
Let's not be negative.
No, I'm saying it's we've had better.
I like it. What I've seen so far, I'm very impressed.
Compared to what you're used to in Miami, there's...
In Miami, listen, this morning when I got into my car, it was pouring. We were dealing with a thunderstorm, and my flight was delayed, and now I'm here. So I'm happy as can be.
Great.
My heart is full.
Good. That's good to hear. Yes, very good. Very good. And you get to meet 6 Questions Lentz.
That's right. I had only seen him in video.
Eric.
I got to meet Eric, the producer, in person.
And
Owen
the Clapper.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The studio audience.
The studio audience.
That's right.
All
That's
of it.
right.
The whole audience.
Absolutely.
Well, that's great, Dina.
And the author of the books that I've been reading.
And so you've... Oh, that's right. You met him through this, too? No.
How did we meet? Probably. His pictures. I communicated with him when I told him I was reading his books. So, yeah.
So you've been communicating online and on the phone and stuff? Really?
Oh.
Tell us about that.
Oh, my God.
What?
What is going on?
What?
It's
just music.
Cameron was very confused when this happened.
Music or music?
Well, it's music. Okay. All right. We don't want to make it crazy there.
Or creepy.
Swing and a miss, Matt.
All right, I'm sorry. I try. Oh, really?
I work on that. It's 2 a.m. texts.
What? What'd you say?
Those 2 a.m. texts.
It's 2 a.m. texts.
That's all right. We had some 3 a.m. heckling today.
Yeah. All right. Well, so let's do this here. We're going to take another quick break because we gotta get the commercials in, even though we're doing a shorter show.
We gotta pay
It's just the way it is. We've got to pay the bills. Paying the cost to be the boss is really.
I'm tickled that I'm even here. This is a dream come true.
Well, no.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's great, Dina. Well, we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more. There you go. Oh, very good. We'll talk a little bit more with Dina and 6 questions and everybody else. We'll be right back. Okay. Thank you very much.
Have something to add to the conversation? Give us a call at 717-420-1978 and get in the queue.
Well, the 2021 season is over, but that doesn't mean you can't get a jump on next season. In fact, Getty's Bike Tours will reward those who do so with a 15% discount. All you got to do is book a tour for 2 people or more between now and March 31st of 2022, and you'll receive 15% off your tour. So call 717-752-7752 and book today. Discount only applies to tours. Experience the magic of Christmas in Gettysburg. Stroll decorated streets on a festive walking food tour highlighting the sights, sounds, and unique tastes of this historic town. Enjoy stops at some of the best eateries, all while learning fascinating facts about early Christmas traditions. Admire the glittering lights, decorated storefronts, and our grand 30-foot Christmas tree in Lincoln Square, all adding to the ambiance of the most wonderful time of the year. Get started on Christmas shopping for your loved ones as we visit a few downtown stores that offer one-of-a-kind Christmas gifts. A perfect opportunity for any last-minute gift hunting you need to get done. Enjoy a private holiday tour through the Shriver House with dessert in the Shriver Saloon. This special tour will transport you back in time to Christmases of yesteryear. So make a new Christmas tradition with your family and friends. The Christmas Tastes and Traditions food tour promises to be delicious, delightful, and decidedly local. Go to SavorGettysburgFoodTours.com and book your tour today. That's SavorGettysburgFoodTours.com. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. Isn't it, Eric?
You're darn tootin', Matt.
It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used, and online they have even more books to choose from.
But Matthew, what if the Civil War is simply not my thing?
Not a problem, my fine four-fendered friend. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books.
It's astounding how they squeeze thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more into their store.
And it's also astounding how you and I both squeeze into our pants every day. Well, handsome, they have a warehouse too, and that's where they keep all those books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs.
What if I prefer to browse in the store and don't want to go online to get my books?
Great question, Doodlebug. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com, stop by 42 York Street, or call 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207.
Need a Corps badge or other insignia for your uniform? Then check out the Badge Maker. Here's what some of his satisfied customers had to say. Miranda said, I ordered an identification disc from Joe and it's fantastic. He hand stamped it exactly as I wanted. It has a great rough on-campaign feel to it and was reasonably priced to boot. Greg said, my unit has purchased from him in the past. Quality badges and good service. And Jerry S. says, the Badge Maker is the go-to place for accurate replica Civil War badges. Visit CivilWarCorpsBadges.com and attach a message with your order saying you heard about him on Addressing Gettysburg.
Audiobook narrator Mike Scott. When selecting your next audiobook, choose from some of the great titles narrated by audiobook narrator Mike Scott, like Bloody Autumn, the Shenandoah Valley Campaign of 1864. If you're an author or publisher interested in having your written works produced as audiobooks, give Mike a shout at MikeScottVoice.com. Mike Scott, the voice of history. And Civil War Trails. It's the world's largest open-air museum, and they offer over 1,300 sites across 6 states. Drive the Gettysburg campaign turn by turn, paddle to Frederick Douglass's birthplace, or hike to remote earthworks and artillery positions. Visit CivilWarTrails.org to request a brochure and explore their interactive map. Follow Civil War Trails and create some history of your own.
Are you planning on spending some time in Gettysburg soon? Well, you should. So check out GettysburgBattlefieldTours.com as your source for things to do. Tickets are available for exclusive experiences such as the Sunset Double-Decker Battlefield Tour, Adams County Port Tour Shuttle, and Discoveries Beyond Gettysburg. For details, follow them on Facebook or visit GettysburgBattlefieldTours.com.
Gettysburg, A Nation Divided mobile app is relaunching this summer. Gettysburg, A Nation Divided is an award-winning mixed reality mobile application using augmented reality technology. It transports users into the most crucial moments in the Battle of Gettysburg, the turning point of the Civil War. Users can listen and watch historic figures share their stories as lifelike animated avatars, traverse 360-degree image sequences of the battlefield. Its cinematic battle sequences are narrated by actor Scott Eastwood. The mobile app is available for free on iOS and Android. It's designed to be used anywhere, at home, at school, at the park, or at Gettysburg National Military Park. It uses GPS to help guide you through your journey to see the stories and events unfold at the exact location where they occurred. So go into your phone's app store and get it now for free. That's Gettysburg, A Nation Divided.
What's up, everybody? It's Pat McGuire, co-host of the History Things podcast. Co-host Matt Borders and I offer a fresh new podcast taking on some of the most famous as well as some of the most unheard of stories from U.S. and world history. Always conversational and approachable, we take the deep dives that you want into history, as well as exploring the rabbit holes that you didn't even ask us to. New episodes every quarter with follow-up episodes roughly 30 to 40 days afterwards. Download the History Things podcast on most major podcast apps, including Apple Podcast, Google Play, Spotify, and by asking your Amazon Alexa smart device to play the History Things podcast. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the History Things podcast. As always, thanks for listening. Now back to the show.
You're back with Cam's Idol.
That was years ago.
Here's Matt.
Here we go.
Okay. We're back. Dina and Six Questions were just talking during the break, and it totally reminded me of something that I had asked you to send pictures of, and Eric's loaded them up. You got them there, Eric?
Give me a second.
Okay, go ahead. Just let me know. Let me know. It's all right, baby. It's all right. It's all right. But you, aside from being on the radio, Six Questions,
certainly,
were also a heavy hitter in Colorado politics. Right?
We'll go with that story, yes.
You worked for Governor Hickenlooper.
No, I did not work for Governor.
You worked for Senator Johnson.
No.
Okay.
There's Senator Johnson.
I don't.
Was he serious with that name or
Hickenlooper?
Hickenlooper, yeah, John Hickenlooper.
You don't remember him?
See, now I believe you're both messing with me.
He's a United States senator right now. He was the governor of Colorado for 2 terms.
Yeah.
His name is legit Hickenlooper.
Hickenlooper, yeah.
John Hickenlooper.
I think he might be related to the engineer who's involved with Vicksburg. There was a Hickenlooper involved there too. So yeah.
So he, not Eric. 6 questions. You worked for who? Who did you work for?
I worked for a handful of state representatives throughout the process there.
As like a staffer?
I was a staffer, yes.
Okay. What does a staffer do? You always hear about staff. Is it just like the menial work?
Well, typically you handle constituent issues, so answering emails, phone calls, that type of thing.
Okay.
You get the coffee, absolutely. You get the food, absolutely. You prepare them for the day. You help make sure that all their bill folders are out there. You also, depending on what the legislator wants you to do, you can also help them in a multitude of other ways, such as doing research on policy, because they're getting bombarded with from so many different directions, from so many different special interests and different things like that.
Right.
Sometimes a legislator wants just that non-biased view. They just want someone to look at a topic, break it down in a 1-page paper, and give it to them, a white paper, and before going into a committee hearing. And that's something I would do too, as well.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I've always aspired to have a political career.
Interesting.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, but I was always afraid of doing something to ruin my reputation. So every time I ran that risk, I'm like, no. I aspire to have a political career, and I would behave.
It's a full contact sport. It really is.
Yeah.
So hang on, let me get this straight.
Yeah.
As
part of your duties, you brought. No, we're not on that.
Oh, okay.
You got coffee and food.
Yeah.
You know, we've been doing this for how long? And Lentz has not brought the Lord's chicken to us one time. Not once.
Oh, that's a good point.
Now I see why you're not in Colorado politics anymore.
You bitches up for food?
So,
yeah.
Well, that is a good point there. How come you haven't, done the catering for us or anything like that? Yeah.
Well, I think the official, Chick-fil-A corporate line is that we're too far out of their catering radius in order to be effective. Chick-fil-A corporate is very protective of their taste profile, and they don't want the chicken to basically lose its temperature on the way to Gettysburg, and therefore ruin the corporate brand.
But
listen,
there's
man,
always,
I've gotten Chick-fil-A drive-thru in Carlisle.
There's always waffle fries and milkshakes. Hello,
Yes.
you
That's
could
true.
still bring them stuff.
See, you have a very good point. And as I said, again, it goes back to the taste profile. One of the reasons why Chick-fil-A does not choose to do waffle fries for catering is because they lose their temperature within 5 to 10 minutes of being outside of the heat.
Fine,
I'm not sure I
I'm
believe
going to
you.
start going to Popeyes.
Oh, God.
But in reality, I just keep forgetting. So, yeah. That's
Hey, now wait
basically
a
what
minute.
it's down to.
Well, now, so you keep forgetting, but there are some times that you come here right after work, right?
Right, absolutely.
So theoretically, do they have those like insulated bags that like the pizza places use?
They do. They have thermal units, yeah.
Okay, so you can get one of those.
I don't
and
really
you-
care if he straps it to the hood of his car and drives it here in 30-degree weather.
Yeah, I don't either.
Kind of like a mascot. Like, here you go.
Here's the thing. Chick-fil-A,
Yes.
right, is
Right.
delicious. And
Yes.
if it's not, perfect temperature or whatever, we don't care.
There's
We
always
don't ca-
ovens.
It's delicious. It's delicious.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got a microwave in the other shed. We can plug it in here and heat them up if we
Absolutely.
needed to. But I'm sure it'll keep long enough.
We wouldn't be able to do a show after we microwave the chicken.
No,
because
because
we
with
need
the
up
power.
all of our battery. But all right.
we could. Here's the thing. Now that it's wintertime, if you put it on the floor in your car and then you put the vent. The floor vent on with the heat on, you can keep them hot, right?
Yeah. Look at that. Look
I
at
used
that.
to- I used to do that
MacGyvering
when-
a situation right there.
I used to do that with Taco Bell burritos, but I put them on the dash on top of my windshield defroster.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I think some of the best times I had as a legislative staffer was, I don't know how many people understand that in Colorado politics, they don't actually let the legislators draft the bills.
Sure, yeah.
They have a whole basement full of lawyers who do the language.
Which is probably why a lot of the laws suck now, right? Because they're just too lawyered up.
What's interesting about this is they actually work with the language to make sure it doesn't violate the Constitution of the state of Colorado. And so what happens is the legislator will go down and discuss it with these bill drafters, and they'll draft out the bill. But sometimes they need amendments to the bill. So sometimes they would send me down there to go and work out the language of the amendment to the bill. And so working with bill drafters, that type of thing. So it was actually a fascinating process to see it from the inside. Also somewhat disturbing sometimes, but it was a fascinating process.
Why was it disturbing?
Sometimes, I mean, it's amazing. The gamut that occupy those buildings, there are some excellent public servants. And there's some you go, wow, how did you dress yourself in the morning? And so, but for the most part, they actually do a very good job for what they do.
Huh, okay. Yeah. What are you laughing at, Eric?
I keep thinking about, like, there's this room in the basement that's filled with lawyers. It's just like the nerdery. Have you ever seen The Meaning of Life? Monty Python's The Meaning of Life?
Yeah.
And the opening sketch is the... it's like the something assurance or yeah. And these old guys are like accountants or whatever, and they sail their building off and they start taking down other accounting firms. But I feel like it just reminds me of that. I'm sorry.
I gotcha. So, Sarah thought that was funny. All right, so we've got some pictures of you in those days here that you've sent in to us. And I must say, when I saw these pictures, I said, wow, Mike looks so happy. Go ahead, Eric. Show the picture there. What is this one? This is you with John Hickenlooper. Right? Yeah, that's it there. And it's at a bill signing.
He's got a quality vest. And
you have got a great three-piece suit on with a watch chain, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's your style.
That was my style.
I like it.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was in 2014.
Okay.
This was 2014. I was standing in for my state rep on this bill. It was actually changing legislative license plates. I know, that's a really exciting topic. Yeah. Yes, everybody, the important business of government. But
no wonder you look proud.
What was happening with them is that they would keep these old legislator license plates. The legislators who sometimes would get out of office would hang on to them. The thing is, legislators get certain immunities when they're in session. So they decided to change the
vehicular
bill.
Homicide.
No, but you would be surprised. One legislator particularly got out of a traffic stop when she had been drinking a little bit. Caused a little bit of a kerfuffle.
Okay. Really?
That's interesting. And so for what happened is we reformed the process where now it was an S for the Senate, an H for the House, and it was your district. And that way you turned in your license plate basically when you were done. And that was it. It's a minor little reform. It doesn't make a difference really as far as impacting Joe Q public on the street.
Right.
But it's a way of kind of keeping the legislators themselves accountable for when they get out of office.
So, and the other picture is of you, I believe, in front of a cannon. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and what is the significance of the cannon? And again, you look very happy and proud in this picture.
Outside of the state capitol building in Denver, there are two 12-pound Napoleon Napoleon field pieces. They are from the Revere Copper Company, and one is stamped 1862, the other stamped 1863.
Very nice.
The one from 1862, the tradition is from Colorado, is that it was one of the guns in Bigelow's battery here at Gettysburg. And that it served in the 9th Massachusetts artillery battery. I don't know how true that is. There isn't really huge paper documentation to prove that. But again, being 1862, Revere Copper Company, it's a pretty good likelihood that it may have been.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's not a chicken.
No, that's a good point, Eric. That's a good point. All right, so Dina, you guys were talking about this, and then you said that you wanted to get into politics.
Yeah, there's two things that I secretly have always wanted to do.
Right.
Wanted to be a Broadway star.
Sing us something.
Not going to happen.
Well, then you're never going to get on Broadway if you can't audition.
And then I wanted to have some kind of political career.
And why didn't you go for either one of them? How about let's do it. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I overused my voice box, and I got calluses. So
Really?
Broadway career.
Calluses on your voice box.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do?
Oversang.
Oversang, but you used to sing.
I did.
For real.
I used to sing Whitney Houston type of music.
Go ahead, give us some of that.
I used to sing too.
You did?
Yeah,
I knew
just
that.
while I was driving.
Mongolian throat singing, right?
And so like the radio was louder than I was.
Oh yeah.
I was like, didn't you once tell me you were in drama? You were
No.
Yes.
No, I beat those people up. I was in in band.
Oh, okay. I was one of the drama kids. Okay.
Yeah,
so was I, Dina.
I was same here.
Yeah,
you were a drama kid?
Absolutely.
No, you were.
I swear to God.
So you guys all wanted to be on Broadway.
Hold on a second.
Oh no, I didn't want to be on Broadway.
No, absolutely
You
not.
were in drama or band?
Drama.
That's why
the band kids were the real nerds.
That's why he's a reenactor.
Yes, I guess so. That's what drew you to reenacting.
No, I got into reenacting because I like the clothes. Let's move on.
Which is along with the drama thing. Okay, all right. I see. I think I'm starting to see where all this anger is coming from, Eric. It's a repressed side of you that you don't want to admit to.
I mean, I was going to go with some other things, but
drama,
all right, whatever.
Nice clothes. I don't know.
Nice clothes.
Well, you like the clothes. You like the style of the clothes.
Oh, I thought you meant like how I dress now.
No.
Are you serious?
No, you would get all the girls if you were in drama.
Well, that was the.
Well, as it turns out.
Wait,
so much.
were you in any plays in school, Eric?
Oh, yeah, man.
Like in the lead, or did you have like bit parts?
Good God, no.
Really?
Yeah.
What were the plays? Do you remember?
Fiddler on the Roof.
Who did you play in that?
I don't remember.
I
Joseph
did
in
Rizzo
the
from
Technicolor
Grease.
Dreamcoat.
You were Rizzo?
From Grease.
Oh.
Nice.
Rizzo didn't have any songs that she sang, did she?
Yes, she did.
What was her song?
The one where you're trying to get me to sing and I'm not going to do it.
No, I don't want to hear that. I just want to know the name of the song.
Where she thinks she's knocked up and she's singing.
Get This Out of Me. Yes, I remember that one. I don't remember that one. There's the one I only know because I never watched that movie.
Really?
But there's Hopelessly Devoted, and then the I got chills on that one.
Yeah, so here's the thing, is I was in drama, but I wasn't any good. So, like, none of my characters really had names.
Oh, so you were like...
I was like man number 6.
Yeah, okay.
No, not the tree.
You were like in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, just moving at a party or something like that. Did you have to dance? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise.
Yeah.
You did have to dance. Oh,
they're musicals.
Please
What do you
tell me there are videos of this?
Oh, no, there's not.
Oh, there are. I'm going to call your mother. She's got them. I know it.
Oh, she definitely does.
Oh, I know she does.
Nope.
She was so proud of her boy.
She doesn't even know where my baby pictures are.
Oh, really?
They exist somewhere, but she insists that my brother has them.
Oh. So your brother might have the videos of you?
No, he insists he doesn't have them.
Oh,
so they are somewhere.
Mama lost them.
But anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about you.
Well, no, now that I'm thinking about it, and those two secret lives that I never pursued, they're both on stage, so to speak.
Right.
Broadway's on stage, and if you're a politician, you're on stage
all
as
acting,
well.
yeah.
It's all acting. So I don't know why I would have wanted to pursue those two. It's not.
But so now you're a publicist though, so you're still like working in that realm.
I do. Yeah. I mean, I'm a spokesperson as well, so I do a lot of camera work.
Spokesperson for who?
For the Miami International Boat Show. I was a spokesperson for 12 years.
Do you wear like a little skipper's hat?
Thank you. No, so I don't know. I guess I'm still on camera or on stage. Whatever.
Okay, well, so you still get to be in front of people.
Right. I mean, I started as a TV producer.
Right.
So.
For the news.
Right.
Local news.
And documentaries.
Yeah. What was any of the documentaries we might know?
Probably not because it was PBS, but in the South Florida market.
Oh, so it was local PBS. Okay.
Yeah.
But like about what? Like swamps and alligators?
AIDS.
Oh, that's fun. Jeez, why is it so depressing?
I
Can
got
they
an
make
award for
documentaries
it.
about
I
happy
got an
things?
award for it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and actually, I was nominated for an Emmy for a musical called Cha-Cha, Merengue y Amor.
Which, of course, in Spanish means dance
Cha-cha, merengue y amor.
Dance the merengue and the cha-cha, my love.
And love.
And love. Oh, cha-cha, merengue,
Cha-cha,
and
merengue
love.
y amor.
Y amor. That's what you were saying. All right. Well,
E.
E.
It's a Y.
What did I say? Ye? I said E.
Yeah, I thought you said me.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, ye.
Y amor.
Yeah. Now let's talk in Spanish. Go ahead. Say something.
Bueno, mi amor, ¿qué quieres conversar?
Quiero mi Don Amici.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad we went back into Italian.
I know. What is with you? What happened to your Spanish lessons?
Yo no sé. No recuerdo español no más.
You used to say, quiero ir a la playa, vamos a la playa.
I would say, venga a la cocina,
Right.
donde está la biblioteca, en la
Exactly.
playa, y a ti te gustaría oler a mis chancletas.
I will not want to smell your chancletas.
Thank you.
Oh, I know
Is that what that
word.
was?
I know that word.
Chancletas is his flip-flops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I live with a Spanish woman. I get hit with them.
I'm going to hit you with my chancletas.
And when
At
she
first you're
becomes
like,
a grandmother, that can become a weapon. She'll go,
Oh, they're a weapon
When she's
now.
a grandmother, what do you mean?
Oh, my God.
She already uses it as a
oh,
weapon.
she uses it on
That's
you?
what he's
Oh,
saying.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
I get hit with chanclas all the time.
You're 5 minutes late, Eric. Chancleta to the face. That's what she does.
Oh, there's no warning.
Oh, my God.
No, you just like have to pay attention all the
Really?
time.
Does she laugh
And if
at
she
her?
reaches for her foot, it's like you got to dive for cover because you've got about a half a second before you get hit in the face with a flip flop.
Does she do this thing? Does she do this thing that a lot of Latin women do when you are out of line? When you're out of line, she'll open her eyes really wide and just look at you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I get glared at. Listen, I get glared at by a lot of people very often. So like that happens at my house, but it's like not out of the norm for me. It's kind of like standard operating procedure. Like somebody at some point during the day is going to glare at me like they want to eat my soul.
My mother used to do that, and whenever she would do that, we knew we were in trouble.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And she used to say, when she would spank us, she used to say, "Don't move so much because it'll hurt more."
Don't resist.
Yeah.
Don't fight it. Yeah,
It'll hurt
no, I got that too.
Boy,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that sounds like you had a lot of fun growing up.
I was telling Craig, I was a handful. I was the one who was always up to no good.
I recently apologized to my parents for being me.
Were you the middle child?
I was the oldest.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you had a little.
I was the one where you said, Matt, do this. I would say, why? And then I would make it difficult for you to get me to do it all the way through. My sister, on the other hand, they said, Karen, do this. And she would be like, yes, mommy, and then do it. And so everybody loved Karen. And I was like the one, like, why did we keep this one, you know? and so my whole life, I always thought they just hated me, right? And go ahead, Eric. You just start clapping, Owen, if you feel the need. And then I realized, having grown up and then dated women with kids, and I see certain things in those kids that I recognize of myself, and I go, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, holy shit, that's the way I was. And then I was like, I am really sorry. Like, it wasn't you, it was me. Like,
Did they cry? Did they cry?
No, they're like, they said, yeah, we tried to fucking tell you this, you idiot. And then, you know.
I've always been amazed
Part of my French.
that my parents let me live to physical maturity. If I'm honest.
This is getting really deep.
Good for them.
Like I wouldn't have. I probably would have drowned me in a bathtub.
Yes.
Oh.
Or driven me into a lake. Yeah. Absolutely.
Tie some cinder blocks to my feet.
It's no wonder you guys have mental health issues.
No, my parents were actually great. The problem was me.
Yeah.
It was I wasn't internalizing it the proper way, and it took me to be an adult to look back and be able to realize, oh, Yeah, they weren't, being mean or dismissive or something. Like, they were at their wits' end.
Yeah.
I pushed them to their wits' end. And that's why Dad used to throw the whiskey bottle at my head.
The
I never had that.
whiskey bottle.
Or hit me with a barber strap.
Oh, Lord.
No, none of that happened.
Okay.
I had a very happy and comfortable childhood, but I did feel like I was not as important as my sister, but it was because she was easy to get along with and I wasn't.
My parents are awesome. Like, I love my parents to death. But if I were my parents, I would have killed them.
Killed you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who wouldn't? Yes, I agree.
I don't understand how they were so patient.
I don't either.
At all.
Because they loved you.
I don't understand how they continue to be so patient. Like, at all.
Because they love you.
I know.
That's why.
Or they need you to help them run their restaurant.
That's right. They're using you.
One of these three kids is going to have to change our diapers at some point.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. No, but it's true. It's true.
It'll be my sister. She's a kiss ass.
No, there you go. But we were not easy to raise.
No.
Get along with, I'm surprised I wasn't stabbed at some point in my life, not by my parents, but by anybody. And it's not over yet.
That's fair.
This sad music is really bringing me down.
Oh, Dino, no, this is just for entertainment
Should
purposes.
we get your niece on the phone?
Yes. Should we call Michelle?
Yeah.
Now, please clip every single one of those lines and put it in the show.
Which lines?
Just all of them.
All of them. Me and Eric?
Yes.
Okay. If you manhandle that microphone one more time, I'm going to hit you with it.
I thought he meant like the whole show. Yeah, let's break down the whole show line by line and put it on the soundboard.
I'm running out of slots on my board here.
I really just want the one of Eric saying, "I would have drowned me."
That's fair.
Oh my gosh.
Just press that every once in a while.
All right. Well, good. We'll get that in there. But Dina, you're saying that you had a little bit of a, I wouldn't say troubled childhood.
No,
but
I was a handful. I was the one who was constantly climbing trees, unable to get myself back down. They had to,
to get the fire department.
Yes.
Okay. No, they
or
didn't.
my father.
No.
I would be the one. Oh, I wonder what would happen if I would release this tricycle and see if it'll crack open that window. Or I would see the neighborhood bully trying to take my sister's bicycle away from her, and I would say, "I'm coming for you," and I would run out with a baseball bat, and they would run for their lives. I'd be the one who was invited to the birthday parties, and I would always end up smacking the birthday kid in the face.
Man, at least we're in good company. Good God.
What were you, like, jealous of him?
No, I was just a handful.
You caught a lot of chancletas in your childhood, didn't you?
Yeah. I remember when I was, I'll try to be quick.
No, take your time.
My father was an American diplomat, so we had to get inoculated constantly because we were moving from country to country.
Right.
And I just knew whenever they would take me to the American Embassy, I was going to get a shot. And so I had a feeling, and there we were at the American Embassy, and we walk into the nurse's station, and I see a tray full of shots, and I thought they were all for me. So I said, "Hey, I got to go to the bathroom." And what I ended up doing was I went outside into a construction site, and I ran away. And so next thing I know, they had called the U.S. Marines to go find me, and I was hiding in the construction site.
Really?
Oh, my. Oh, Matt. Oh, you.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's not even half of it.
So you were chased by the U.S. Marines?
They found me, and they took me to the nurse's station.
I have to tell you, as awful of a kid as I was, I never had anybody call the Marines to come find me.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was a handful. I had to actually I did apologize to my mom, especially after she started, rebelling as an old age person.
Yeah,
I'm like, "Mom, are you doing this because I was so bad as a child?" Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents used to tell me that they were going to come to my first house and jump on all my furniture.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's funny.
And they did. It was so baffling. Like, I was 21, I think, and my oldest son had just been born. and they came out to visit.
Right.
And the first thing my father did when he came through the door and took his shoes off was start jumping up and down on my couch. I was like, what is happening here?
That's funny. That's funny. Your parents were not anything like I imagined based on, stories and stuff that you told. Like your mom was great.
Yeah.
I loved your mom. She was fun. I just imagined them all to be very just straight laced.
Oh, that's because I'm very monotone.
Yeah. Well, that's not even the tone. It was just the attitude. I was expecting them to be very almost Amish like. And they're like the furthest thing. Your mom's out there dancing and having fun.
Absolutely.
And she seemed happier at your wedding than you did.
That was a beautiful wedding. I saw the pictures.
Well, thank you. There was a lot of anxiety involved. Yeah.
Really, and you look dashing. You look very good.
Well, see, here's the thing: is I am a very pretty man, and even more so when I'm dressed up. I look good.
Your hair was combed.
Yeah,
you looked
absolutely.
good.
Yeah, he took a shower too.
Yeah, I could tell.
I trimmed my beard.
There you
got
go.
a haircut. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So that's good, Dina. I'm glad to hear that you were a handful just like the rest of us. Now this is probably why we get along.
That's probably why. Yeah.
We're troubled people.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Owen's just sitting over there in the corner like I never did anything bad.
My mommy and daddy never said anything bad about me.
Owen, are you the
they
youngest?
love me.
Are you the only? He's the only.
You're the only.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the same thing.
I've never done anything wrong.
Same thing.
Mommy calls me her miracle baby.
No, she calls me dumbass.
Aw, sorry, Owen. Well, you're not a dumbass though. You don't believe that, right, Owen?
Actually, I am.
No.
I agree with Eric.
Oh, do you?
See, but I didn't say anything.
That's sad.
You implied it.
So, all right, and then I want to acknowledge our friend in the corner there, Craig Rupp, the great Craig Rupp, who was on the show to talk about his novels that are Gettysburg based. He was on the Patreon. It was last winter, I think, Craig, right?
Yeah. It was like November, December, something like that.
Or it might have been even a year ago, right? Yeah,
I know, he was one of the first people we had in here.
That is true, and I'm thinking it maybe was November that you were here. Yeah. And you and I, we have our mutual friend, Bosun Brinkman, and Bosif is really what his full name is.
Yeah.
And you wrote a book called Christmas in Gettysburg. A Gettysburg Christmas.
Yes.
And he's trying to make it into a Hallmark movie.
Yes.
That's great stuff. Hallmark movies are I mean, those are popular.
Yeah, so I hear. I can't watch them, but
I can't stand them either, but I mean, people love them.
comes out, but yeah.
I mean, if Candace Cameron's in them, I could watch it on mute. But
she's in all of them.
She's in all. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, a very hockey Christmas with Candace Cameron.
Candace Cameron has done like two things: Full House, and every Hallmark Christmas movie for the last 20 years.
She's the new Meredith Baxter Burney.
Oh, Lord.
And that was horrible when she was Meredith Baxter Burney. When Meredith Baxter Burney was Meredith
I don't
Baxter
even know
Burney.
what you're talking about.
Meredith Baxter Burney, the mom from Family Ties.
If you keep saying her name like
Meredith
that,
Baxter Burney,
that doesn't mean anything.
Meredith Baxter Burney.
No.
It fell off.
Meredith Baxter
Forgive
Burney.
me on the name.
Meredith Baxter Burney.
I was
In what
named
show?
sometime.
Family Ties.
Oh,
She was. Is that a little before your time?
You know, I was born in 1985, right?
Ah, well, that was the height of Family Ties.
Yeah, well,
yeah. Alex P. Keaton was at his most conservative Republican back then.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
Eric, did you see this? Somebody said drama kids are the best.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who said that?
Joshua Pickett.
Joshua Pickett. Was Josh Pickett a drama kid as well?
I don't know, but Beth says she was in drama and she was a chorus nerd.
Chorus nerd, yes. Yes.
Fair enough.
I used to hang out with the choir girls when I was playing my drums in the band. That's what I did. I played drums in the band. But then I was in bands, like rock bands. I played
you
keyboards.
Played what type of drum did you play?
I played drum set. Oh, in the school band?
Yeah.
My favorite was the timpani.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
I thought
Because it was just
you
like
were in the
boom,
marching
boom,
band.
and then that was it. I got suckered into that one year and I hated it.
And what did you play in the marching band?
Bass drum number 5.
Oh.
Which is how I have a bad back.
Oh.
Yeah. It was from that stupid thing. And can I sue the school? No, I can't. Because they didn't teach me how to properly carry all that weight on my head. No,
I mean,
I
you volunteered.
Huh?
You volunteered.
No, I didn't. I was what do they call that?
Voluntold?
Voluntold, yes.
There you go.
And that was really annoying.
It built
Because
character.
I avoided it for freshman and sophomore year, and then junior year the teacher snookered me into it, and then senior year I didn't do it again.
And then weren't you in TV production
Yeah.
and carrying a camera?
Yeah, but they're a lot later than bass drum number 5.
Oh,
Yeah, bass drum number 5 is pretty big.
Yeah. It was the biggest one. It was the number 5 out of 5, so it was pretty damn big. And I had to carry that around on the field and do these goofy steps, like
marching.
Yeah,
Did you have
that's
to
it.
do like the weird lean forward and back
No,
thing?
we weren't
that's
that
nice.
soulful. We weren't
Did you
that
have
soulful.
to do left and right?
No. We it was just
That's all you
basic
do
stuff.
as a bass drummer. Is you do either that number or that number.
Yeah, but when you like walk backwards, you kind of do it on your tiptoes, and then there's the crab walk, which is I think to the side, and that's weird. And it was just.
Is there a picture of you in your marching band uniform?
There?
I don't know.
I'd have to look and see. I don't know.
We need to see that.
No, well, you can see from that era. That's
Fine, I'll get with Joyce.
That's me there. Yeah, my mom might have them. But
What color was your uniform?
red,
Oh.
red and white. You know what
like
our
a
school
candy
name was? Do you know what our school name was?
No.
The Redskins.
Well, it would just be Washington football team now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right. Well, they changed
Football
it to
team.
the Red Hawks after that.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And now everybody runs around in feather uniforms.
You can tell how much. Well,
which is just as bad as
Yes,
Redskins.
it is.
Yes.
I'll tell you my thoughts on that name after the show.
Red Hawks?
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
My mind wanders.
Dan, Butterfield.
I get a sticker.
All right, you want a sticker, Eric? Here we go. We've got Advance.
No, I'm good. I got all of them.
Okay. Or Get Out of the Car 2021.
I'm cool. I got that too.
Well, of course, we'll give Dina some. Oh, Dina, would you like a sticker?
I would.
Would you like
Dina
a
could
Getty's
have
gal?
yeah.
Or do you
Yes.
want a Getty's Nerd?
I want them all.
Would you want them both?
Yeah.
Getty's Nerd. I'll give you a Tim Smith Cool sticker as well.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
and
you.
I'll go through the rest of them and I'll give you
Thank
more
you.
later. You're very welcome. You're very, very, very welcome. All right. So let's do this. Let's have a little mercy on the audience. And we'll let them go. Okay, there we go. Good job, Owen. You're getting the hang of this. Oh, and by the way, before we go though, what were your thoughts on last night? We didn't really get to you. You go ahead. Go to the microphone here. Just pull the microphone over. That's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Take this one.
Just no. It's okay. He's fine. There you go. Okay, don't fall. Now, what were your thoughts on all of that there?
Easy.
Long.
It was long. Yeah. Okay.
That was it.
Oh, come on. You were only there until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. You wimped out. By the way.
You
Yeah.
slept for how long ago?
Right.
30 minutes of it.
You slept for 30 minutes and then you left early. Meanwhile, I'm like 4 times your age, and I made it all the way to 8 o'clock. Granted, I was bitching.
What did you tell your crew when you saw him today?
I was like, hey, yo, what up? And then I didn't see them today because I've been doing nothing today.
Fair enough.
So you did nothing all day today? You sleep or anything?
No, I woke up and I had to go to the Civil War Institute to do some first-year experience planning.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
cool.
But what did you think of it though? We sat there and watched the movie. You've only seen the movie 4 or 5 times, right? You said?
So that was my first time to that museum, to the Seminary Ridge Museum.
Yeah.
And, a remarkable location, beautiful. And their museum is excellent for the space they have. It's full of information. I really loved the civilian aspect compared to the military aspect, and then the human suffering that kind of goes all around the museum.
Yeah.
And the Cupola, the first time I've ever been up there, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was great.
So, thank you.
But you didn't get to go up there when it was light out, though.
No, we went up there when it was dark, but that was cool. That was regardless. That was something.
And you went up there. I think the first thing you did was look over the side and go, "There's a devil to pay."
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And you were very proud of it. You said it numerous times. Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
Nerd.
He said it like 6 or 7 times, and no one laughed at any one of them. And and he just kept doing it. He just kept doing it until someone would laugh.
No, I was sending videos to all of my friends.
Is that why you were doing
I
it?
had to assert.
So you would make a new video for each person and just go, "There's a devil to pay."
Yeah,
Trying to flex on Sam.
Right. I reckon I can.
He hasn't even watched that movie all the way
Poor
through.
Sam Romano.
I reckon I can.
Poor Sam.
Poor Sam. Elliot.
Poor Sam.
So so we were sitting there and we're watching the thing, and we were making fun of the acting, mostly the acting and the stories, the storyline and the monologues and the cliched movie things, right? And then Owen just kept zoning in on the goddamn uniforms.
Yeah,
he was just like, red pants. Look at all the blue pants. Look at all the blue pants. Who cares, Owen? We're trying to watch the movie and make fun of that.
I do, goddammit.
So we had fun with that, and then Owen fell asleep. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you can go and watch the live stream from last night, and you can see him falling asleep. Not falling asleep, but sound asleep.
Yeah.
What we didn't show was when we went and got the Sharpie and drew things on his face.
Yeah, that was kind of mean.
That was not particularly fun. No, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. But it would have been great, right? If we did that. Oh, God. Next time. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about any of that stuff. Eric, is there anything in the comments that we might want to acknowledge before we go?
Oh, I should probably look at the comments then, I suppose.
Oh, Dina, did you catch anything? You were looking at them, I noticed.
Nothing for a while.
No? Well, it doesn't matter if it's old. You can still acknowledge the old ones.
Estella loves Chick-fil-A.
How could we not? Who doesn't love Chick-fil-A?
That's going to bring some. Seems Bill Etzcorn's coming down for Remembrance Day.
Oh, that's the weekend we're going away.
Really?
All of us are going away. Yes.
And for some reason, I can't see any further back than that.
Okay. All right. Did you catch anything, Dina?
No.
Okay. Yeah, who doesn't like Chick-fil-A? In fact, I think I have a good slogan, which I think you should run up the chain there to corporate.
Yeah, I'll let them know.
Goes a little. No, it goes a little. It's going to be a little jingle. It goes a little something like this. Nobody doesn't like Chick-fil-A. Okay.
I
think
like that's going to be a
Sarah Lee might have
Damn it.
yeah.
Oh, I thought I had it.
I'll take that under advisement and I'll bring it to corporate's attention.
It's a very corporate answer. Yeah.
The last time I was here, I went to, was it Royal Farms?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did we go there?
Okay.
No, but
Okay.
I have got to go back.
Okay, yes. Game recognizes game. They are good.
Indeed.
They are good.
Well, I put them in 2 different categories though, because you can't go getting like an 8-piece fried chicken meal at Chick-fil-A.
I mean, you can't even get chicken with bones at Chick-fil-A.
No, you can't.
That is also true, because Chick-fil-A is very concerned about people choking. But no.
Royal Farms
animals
doesn't care
choking,
less.
pets choking. Royal Farms couldn't care less if you choke.
Oh, so good.
Okay, they
In
say
fact, I'm
keep on
getting
choking,
very
we'll make
hungry.
more. What?
I'm hungry. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
So you went to Royal Farms on my advice, is what you're saying? Last time?
No,
or-
last time I was here, and it just stuck with me. I craved it ever since.
So you're gonna have to go back.
I will.
Maybe we can drive down there for lunch tomorrow or something.
Okay.
We'll have a fancy lunch at Chick-fil-A or Royal Farms.
There we go.
Well, that'll be fun.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, so that's about it. Mike Lentz did a great job, ladies and gentlemen, didn't he? Yeah.
Hey.
Owen, great job clapping. Craig, thanks for driving Dina, and Dina, thanks for coming in, and thanks all of you for listening.
Boys will sing another song, singing with a spirit that will start the world along. Sing it as we used to sing it, 50,000 strong, while we were marching through Georgia. Hurrah, hurrah, we'll bring the Jubilee. Hurrah, the flag that makes us free. So we sang the chorus from Atlanta to the sea, while we were marching through Georgia. There were many Union men who wept with joyful tears when they saw the honored flag
looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's not a chicken.